Good afternoon and welcome to this Dutton Dunwich Council meeting for April 8th, 2026. It is 5 p.m. and I'll call this meeting to order. Randy, if you would, please.
Moved by Loveland, seconded by Pemberton, that the meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich opens at 5 p.m. All in favor? That's carried.
And Deputy Mayor Loveland will do the land acknowledgement.
We will begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of First Nations people who have long-standing relationships to the land, water, and region of southwestern Ontario. We also acknowledge the local Lower Thames River watershed communities, which includes the Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, Munsee Delaware Nation, and Delaware Nation of Moraviantown. We value the significant historical and contemporary contributions of local and regional First Nations and all of the original peoples of Turtle Island, North America. We are thankful for the opportunity to live, learn, and share with mutual respect and appreciation.
Thank you. I would remind Council of any declaration of pecuniary interest. Seeing none. Item 4 is the adoption of the draft minutes. They were in our agenda package. Are there any errors or omissions? Seeing none, the minutes will be adopted as presented to Council. Clerk Randy, are there any items not listed on the agenda?
There are none.
Thank you. On to the Drainage Department. 6A, we have to appoint an engineer on the East Galbraith Drain and Sowden Drain. Any comments on that from Council? Resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Pemberton, seconded by Dryfout, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich appoint Spreet Associates Limited to prepare the necessary report for the Section 78 petition for the East Galbraith and Sowden drains, and that notice of Council's decision to appoint the engineer be sent to the requester, LTVCA, OMAFA, and Spreet Associates Limited. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay, thank you. And we are to receive the report of the McKillop number 2 drain and Zach McCollum branch drain. Brent or nobody's attending? Okay, it was included in the agenda package. Any concerns, questions? Okay, resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Dryfout, seconded by Loveland, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives for information the report of the Drainage Superintendent titled Report of the Engineer for the McKillop number 2 drain and Zach McCollum branch drain dated March 23rd, 2026. And that Council receives the report of the engineer for the McKillop number 2 drain and Zach McCollum branch drain dated March 23rd, 2026, and the report proceeds to the council meeting of April 22nd, 2026 at approximately 5:15 p.m., where it will be considered as required under Section 42 of the Drainage Act. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay, thank you. Item C is appoint an engineer to the Nagy drain. Any concerns on that one from Council? Seeing none, it just appears to me that MTO is going to move faster than we originally thought on that overpass and the construction through Dutton Dunwich on the 401. So, okay, resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Loveland, seconded by Pemberton, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich appoint Spreet Associates Limited to prepare the necessary report for the Section 401C petition for the Nagy drain, and that notice of Council's decision to appoint the engineer be sent to the requester, LTVCA, OMAFA, and Spreet Associates Limited. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay, thank you. Just bear with me, I've lost my computer, but. And item D, receive the engineer's report on the McCaffrey drain. Any concerns from staff or Council? Seeing none, resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Pemberton, seconded by Dreyfus, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives for information the report of the drainage superintendent titled Report of the Engineer McCaffrey Drain, dated November 10th, 2025, and that council receives the report of the engineer for the McCaffrey Drain dated November 10th, 2025, and the report proceeds to the council meeting of April 22nd, 2026 at approximately 5:15 p.m., where it will be considered as required under Section 42 of the Drainage Act. All in favor? That's carried.
Thank you. On to correspondence. We have Aqua's 2025 Schedule 22 Annual Summary Report. Council had a chance to look at that. Are there any questions or concerns with that report? Looked pretty good to me. Resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Loveland, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives the Aqua Report titled Annual Summary Report for the Dutton Dunwich Distribution System, WW number 220002967-2025, dated March 27th, 2026 for information. All in favor? And that's carried.
Item B is Notice of Study Commencement, Highway 401, Dillon Consulting. Comments on that, Councillor Pemberton?
Yeah, I guess just a comment through you, Mayor, is when reading the study, it actually doesn't talk about closing the Coin Road underpass, it talks about replacement. So hopefully that's the case and they've changed their mind on that one. So hopefully we're sending correspondence back to them saying, yeah, this is what we want to do. So.
At the mayor level.
Yeah, I agree with Council Pemberton. I was glad to see that on the report. I guess my one question I have though is Willie's Road overpass wasn't mentioned, and that's in that whole area, and I don't know why they're not looking at that as well.
I think they're looking at the ones that are on the chopping block, Lawrence Station.
Yeah.
According to Southhold, that was gone. And Coin is the one they don't want to replace.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of it.
But I think they'd have to do an environmental study to replace the Willis Side Road one too, and I'm just curious why they're not doing that. And I guess the second part I come in is I hope that we staff have some discussions with the new overpass at Dutton to make sure sufficient width is included in that overpass for turning lanes if we're ever developed there. That's something they've already addressed to us, so make sure it happens.
Included with the study commencement, I had a request from Councillor Grillard last year. There is a resolution included here as well, and I missed it in the agenda package. Randy's way ahead of me. She had it done. If you go to the votes section under there, there's details, comments, and votes. There is a resolution prepared there by Clerk Randy, so we'll take a minute and just go over that, and if you want to proceed with that. I guess we could move it and you'll have to go through it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Resolution, please. Randy.
Moved by Loveland, seconded by Pemberton, whereas Coin Road is one of only 3 remaining north-south connections within the municipality of Dutton Dunwich, and its role in the municipal transportation network is significant. Whereas current traffic data does not accurately reflect the road's significance due to the deteriorated condition of the bridge, causing residents to avoid using this route, adding unnecessary travel distance and time for residents, agricultural operators, service providers, and businesses. Whereas Coin Road provides a safer and more appropriate corridor for large and oversized agricultural equipment, and eliminating this route would force slow-moving farm vehicles onto Curry Road, endangering drivers and pedestrians. Whereas closure of the Coin Road overpass would force emergency vehicles to take longer alternate routes, directly impacting response times in situations where minutes can mean the difference between life and death. Therefore, be it resolved that the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich calls upon the Ministry of Transportation to give serious consideration in the final decision-making process regarding the closure of the Coin Road overpass, given the impact the closure would have on transportation, agriculture, economic activity, and emergency response, and that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to the Honorable Rob Flack, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Honorable Andrew Lawton, Member of Parliament, Andrew Hodgins, Senior Project Manager, Ministry of Transportation, and Elizabeth Benucci, Assistant Project Manager, Dillon Consulting Limited. All in favor? And that's carried.
Thank you.
Moved by Pemberton, seconded by Dreyfus, that items on the consent agenda be approved. All in favor? That's carried. No, I think it's what happens every election cycle, basically. It just means that individual municipalities don't have to put together the compliance committee and it's handled by the county instead.
Okay, that's good. Resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Loveland, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives the report of the clerk titled 2026 Municipal Election Joint Compliance Audit Committee dated April 8th, 2026 for information, and that council adopt the bylaw establishing an election joint compliance audit committee for the 2026 municipal election in accordance with the Municipal Elections Act 1996 as amended. All in favor? That's carried.
And we have the CAO's report, wastewater treatment plant upgrade status report. Tony, please.
Thank you. Through you, your worship, we just wanted to provide you with an update with regards to the recent upgrades at our wastewater treatment plant. In the background section, you'll see that we did receive grant funding, approximately $4.7 million. And some of the things that we have started taking in place, we are meeting bi-weekly with the contractor and with Dillon Consulting. And the points before you there, you see that we're looking at contract administration and inspection, ensuring health and safety compliance, any environmental controls that we're looking at, ensuring quality and testing that's being done. Change order management, if there's anything that was not identified in the initial scope, there's a change order process that has to be approved by administration. Budget and controls, working with the treasurer to ensure that the amount that is consistent with our budget. Scheduling, ensuring the timelines are being met by the contractor as well. Any type of risk measures, we are looking at those, and also stakeholder communication. Some of the activity that have been completed, the contractual agreement has been fully executed now. Directional drilling of the new 12-inch force main has been completed. Additional angle connection is scheduled to be completed in the coming days, which now it has been completed. Rerouting of the water main has been completed as well. Commissioning is anticipated next week following swabbing, pressure testing, and water sampling. Construction foundation inspections and adjacent properties have been undertaken. This was done to ensure that any pre-work that was done, any foundation issues with adjacent property owners, they go through, they take pictures, videos to make sure that everything was still intact. And then also a structural engineer is looking at inspecting the fiberglass cover prior to removal, ensuring that there's no integrity issues with there. Next steps, completion of the remaining connection works, commission of the rerouting water main, continued coordination with contractors, consultants, ongoing monitoring of project timelines and budget, and also under the financials, we are still awaiting the 25% grant funding that was part of the arrangements with the province. So we're still waiting, and the treasurer is regularly communicating with the province to ensure that those funds come on a timely basis. We would like them to be here sooner, but we are working with them. So this is for council's information, and we're going to continue providing regular updates that you'll see as the project proceeds.
Deputy Mayor Lawler.
Just a quick comment maybe about the fiberglass cover on the tank. That was put on quite some time ago. The reason it was put on, we were having trouble with operating in really cold weather. It would freeze. The new tank doesn't have a cover, and I think the reason for that is when we put that second tank in, we changed over from mechanical aeration to fine bubble aeration, and that heats the sewage up enough that we don't have that same problem with sewage freezing. So I guess my comment is it may be not the end of the world if we even lose that cover.
Okay. Through your worship, thank you. That's helpful information. We'll pass that on to the contractor and Dillon as well. So that may be something that we should be considering. So thank you for that.
Anything further from council? It looks like the planned schedule is well within reach.
Correct.
Yeah, great work.
Yes, your worship.
Okay, that's the good news. Nothing further from council? Resolution, please, Randy.
Moved by Loveland, seconded by Pemberton, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives for information the report of the Chief Administrative Officer titled Wastewater Treatment Plant Upgrades Status Update. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay. And we have another staff report, 13569 Cowell Road, a private water service connection. I sure wish this had to come to us a few years ago. We would have done things differently, but any questions from council on this? I think in the report, and Ryan spoke with Tony and myself, was recommending a 4-inch up so far because this will happen again. I think somebody farther down the road is probably going to want water one of these days, and it'll only take a change of ownership of those properties, and that's what happened with this one. But we haven't budgeted for that, nor have the capacity for that expense at this rate, at this time, so. Go ahead, Tony.
Through your worship, page 2 of the report, it does identify if municipal funds were available, we would be strongly considering the 4-inch water main along the west side of Cowell Road. Right now, we are looking at how we can start putting money aside in reserves for water issues. And then once that happens, then we can start prioritizing where is our biggest bang for our dollars and what lines we should be putting in. So we're trying to build a healthy reserve. So when these situations come up, the funding is there. If it aligns with our priorities, then we can make sure that that gets done. So we have to continue looking at, because you're correct, at some point, those water demands will be there. We need to ensure that at least we have the connection available for them to connect to.
Okay, thank you for that. Nothing further from council? Do you have a resolution prepared, Randy?
Moved by Pemberton, seconded by Dreyfus, that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich receives for information the report from the Water Operations Foreman titled 13569 Cowell Road Private Water Service Connection, and that the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich approves the installation of a 2-inch private water service connection from Duff Line Waterline to the property located at 13569 Cowell Road at the 2026 water connection fee of $12,658.73, and that the mayor and clerk be authorized to execute the agreement required for the implementation of the private water service connection at 13569 Cowell Road to the satisfaction of the Chief Administrative Officer. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay. Is there any unfinished business? Staff or council? Councilor Dreyfus.
Make a comment, at our last meeting, there was the motion that came from the town of Whitby with regards to the funding shortfalls from the province. So I am working on didn't have it ready for this meeting, but I am working on a resolution, in particular for our medical clinic situation on the funding aspect of that. So I'm going to be sending that to our CAO and to our clerk for comment, and then they can revise it to whatever they feel is necessary to get the message across. So it's not forgotten, it's just in the process. So
Thank you, Councilor Dreyfus. Nothing further? Any new business? Seeing none? Any announcements? Pretty boring, is it? Boring's good. Okay, we have some bylaws.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Loveland, that bylaw 2026-18, being a bylaw to appoint a clerk, be read a first, second, and third time and passed. All in favor? That's carried.
So I can officially call you Clerk Randy now. Bylaw 2026-20.
Moved by Loveland, seconded by Pemberton, that bylaw 2026-20, being a bylaw to establish a joint compliance audit committee, be read a first, second, and third time and passed. All in favor? That's carried.
And you can just carry on.
Moved by Pemberton, seconded by Dreyfus, that bylaw 2026-21, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Municipal Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich, be read a first, second, and third time and passed. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay, the future meetings are in front of you and I will make note of them. You can wrap it up, Clerk Randy.
Moved by Dreyfus, seconded by Loveland, that the meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Dutton Dunwich closes at 5:24 p.m. All in favor? That's carried.
Okay, thank you.